organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Here's what's just ahead tonight on Daily Iowan TV. Hillary Clinton flew into Iowa City today. Find out more about her visit next.
And a place to pray, an inside look into the challenges Muslim students are facing here at the University of Iowa.
3 Iowa Hawkeye women's swimmers claim Big Ten honors for the week. Find out who next in sports.
We've got all that and more just ahead.
You're watching Daily Iowan TV.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Katie Sextro.
And I'm Andrew Roberts.
With that, I'd like to introduce the woman more fit to be president than any man in the running, Hillary Clinton.
Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton's stop in Iowa City Wednesday afternoon carried a theme of women empowerment and change. Clinton took questions from the audience and spent quite a bit of time addressing economic and tax problems.
Because we want to get the tax system fair to everybody, working for everybody, so that we can make the investments that will grow our economy.
Clinton also vowed not to privatize Social Security, promised to protect part-time workers, and said she supports the fight against ISIS, but not Islamophobia. She advocated careful screening of immigrants, but condemned the call to stop Muslim immigration altogether. An audience member also asked Clinton about taking money from oil companies. While she said most oil companies don't support her, she used the question to segue into praising Iowa for its use of wind energy.
I go all over this country bragging about Iowa. And why? Because you are getting a third of your electricity already from renewables, primarily wind.
The next Democratic presidential debate is this coming weekend on December 19th.
Another potential president will make his way through the area this weekend. Republican candidate Donald Trump is set to visit Cedar Rapids on Saturday for a campaign event at the Veterans Memorial Coliseum. The Iowa polls are tight when it comes to Republican nominees. Trump and Texas Senator Ted Cruz are coming in neck and neck.
Talk of Islam is becoming a huge component of the presidential race, but here at the UI, it's a subject often overlooked. Salah is one of the 5 pillars of the Islamic faith. It is a mandatory form of worship for all Muslims done by praying to Allah for help and guidance. Salah must be completed 5 times a day at specific times throughout the day. For most Muslim students at the UI, finding a suitable place to pray isn't an easy task. Currently, the Muslim Student Association rents out rooms in the IMU for Friday prayer, but the rooms provide a few challenges. There are scheduling conflicts and not enough room to fit all students, unlike the local mosque, which some students say is too far from campus. In an attempt to accommodate everyone, the MSA is looking for a permanent space to call home.
Having a designated space is very important because we can't really book an IMU room for the whole day. So that's why the designated space would be key, so they can pray anytime.
According to VP of Student Life Tom Rockland, the university has been searching for a new prayer location for several weeks, but the group hopes the space can be used for more than just prayer, similar to the Jewish, African American, and LGBT community centers that are already on campus.
We need a hub actually for the MSA and for all the Muslim students and anyone that's interested in Islam, because there's so much rhetoric that is not correct. That this is not a representation of all the Muslims.
While the MSA has their own idea, the university doesn't seem to be on the same page.
The Muslim Student Association would like to have something like the cultural centers, but they have an immediate need for prayer space that they can use, and that's what we're working on right now.
Yet Pasha believes more should be done for the association, which he believes isn't being given the same opportunity as other religious and cultural communities on campus.
A group of students is asking for a place to pray, a place to feel a little bit more comfortable, maybe a place to even feel safe. I find that hard to believe that a university won't grant that.
Moments before our broadcast, we received word that the university has offered the Muslim Student Association a room to use daily. There is, though, still the concern about size.
Cedar Rapids animal shelters are encouraging pet owners to microchip their dogs and cats. Recently, a Cedar Rapids family reported that their 8-month-old pit bull puppy had been stolen from their yard. Officials at the Cedar Valley Humane Society stress that while microchips can't help prevent theft, they can help reunite owners with their pets. Over the last year, the Humane Society has been able to reunite 140 pets with their owners with the help of microchips.
It looks like Iowa isn't doing enough to protect its animals. According to a report by a national nonprofit for legal defense of animals, Iowa has been ranked as having the second worst animal protection laws in the country. The Animal Legal Defense Fund, which ranks animal protection laws, based its rankings on the laws set to protect animals from fighting and cruelty, and Iowa ranked in 49th place. The fund revealed that Iowa lacked the ability to charge animal abusers with a felony, neglect, or abandonment.
You know, Andrew, we've been talking about how warm the weather is lately, but it was pretty cold today.
It was indeed very cold today, but let's toss it over to FA in the weather studio to hear what the rest of the week should be like.
Thanks, guys. It's fair to say that we've been lucky with the unusually warm weather this winter. This time last year, the average temperature was 31 degrees, but this year is 10 degrees warmer. Regardless, tomorrow will be chilly with temperatures starting out at 30 degrees with partly cloudy skies. As the day progresses, it will rise slightly to 32 degrees, also with partly cloudy skies. By evening, temperatures will drop to 28 degrees. Taking a look at the weekend, Friday and Saturday will have similar temperatures with highs in the 30s. The beginning of next week looks warmer than this week with temperatures in the 40s. That's all I have here at the studio. Back to you guys at the desk.
Through rain, sleet, and snow, mailmen across the country are busier than ever during the holiday season. Nothing different here in Iowa City. Austin Love caught up with one local mailman to see how he is making an impact in our community.
Every morning on the corner of Court and Grant Street in Iowa City, local postman Swen Arwine starts walking.
I walk anywhere from 12 to 15 miles a day.
House to house.
Don't need a membership to a gym.
Mailbox to mailbox, upstairs and through yards, each stop with a story.
So I have a porch on my route that I walk on and I start laughing because it smells just like my grandma Arwine's porch. The same exact smell. I enjoy going there every time because it reminds me of my grandma when I go on there.
With a lot of packages to deliver, in Swen's 5 years delivering mail, this is the busiest holiday season he has ever seen.
This is the biggest year for packages, plus it came a lot sooner than it normally does. Usually there's a 2-week period right before Christmas where it would hit hard. Now it's been 6 to 8 weeks ahead of Christmas, and it's a lot more consistent every day.
Which increases the time spent at work.
This winter so far, and 1 to 2 hours on everybody's route. So normally you get your route done at 8 and everybody's working 10 now just to get their own routes done.
A long day of carrying mail, magazines, and sometimes some pretty interesting packages.
I delivered a pair of antlers once that were wrapped in bubble wrap.
Swen enjoys the hard work.
You leave with a truck packed full of stuff, and then by the end of the day it's empty. So you know you did something. You can physically see that you did something.
While working 7 days a week during the holidays sometimes takes him away from the people he loves the most.
Not being home to see your kids, you know, during this time of year is kind of tough.
Fighting off dogs and all.
Tough every time this dog gets running full speed and dives and hit the window. Every day, every single day.
Swen has learned nothing beats being the mailman.
A lot of customers will give you cookies, they'll give you candy, they'll give you all kinds of things to thank you for delivering the mail, you know, always being there every day. Because if you think about it, it's one thing in people's lives that's always consistent. Every day, that guy in the blue uniform is going to show up at my house.
In Iowa City, Austin Love, Daily Iowan TV.
President Barack Obama is planning to meet this week with families of the victims of the recent San Bernardino, California shooting. Obama will stop in Southern California on his way to a long-planned trip to Hawaii for Christmas. Visiting with families post-tragedy is something Obama has often done since taking office. 14 people died in the mass shooting on December 2nd, and 21 others were injured.
Bursting bottles. One grocery store is recalling a beverage after reports of the unopened container shattering. Trader Joe's has taken all cases of its triple ginger brew ginger beer off the shelves after customers reported the bottles bursting spontaneously. The beer itself does not pose any danger, but the glass bottles do. Trader Joe's is urging anyone who has the product in their home to dispose of it immediately, and the store will provide a refund. Well, Katie, I know for me it seems like there's really not much been going on in sports lately with the Hawkeye football team taking a break.
Yeah, I know. Let's toss it over to Holly Reimer in the sports studio, who will tell us what is going on this week in Hawkeye sports.
Thanks, Katie and Andrew. So much to get to on this Wednesday edition of Daily Iowan TV Sports, and first, we hit the track. Junior Aaron Mallett is known for his swiftness over the 110-meter hurdles. This St. Louis, Missouri native was a 2015 Big Ten champion and All-American in the short distance hurdles, and I got the chance to catch up with the track star to see how he's gearing up for the upcoming season. Coming off the Iowa track intra-squad meet, track star Aaron Mallett has already set himself up for success.
I hit 786, which is not a PR for me, but it's definitely really close to my PR, and I didn't hit 786 until the meet right before Big Tens last year, so I mean that's huge for me. So starting off that early and still having some things to fix that I know I can improve over the season, it's going to be great, so I'm really optimistic about the season.
Mallett already has the honors of a Big Ten champion, two-time All-American in the 60 and 110-meter hurdles, as well as second-team All-American in the 4x1. However, this year, Mallett wants more.
I want to be a Big Ten champion in the 60 hurdles because I haven't got that title yet, and I also want to be a national champion. I know that's a huge goal, but I really think with the work that I've been putting in and the type of mindset I had and the type of team and support that I have, I can do it.
Not only has he proven himself as an athlete, but as a team captain as well.
People are looking up to you, so it always forces me to do the right thing, stuff like that, and keep my integrity in line, because I always want to be a positive role model for people to look up to and stuff like that. So I mean, it just, it gives me something to work towards and, to keep fighting for and stuff like that, because I know, I have a positive image that I have to uphold, so it's just a good thing.
This is Holly Reimer, Daily Iowan TV. Mallett and the rest of the track crew head to the border battle in Champaign, Illinois, January 9th. Speaking of battles, the Iowa men's basketball team has had plenty of them this season. More recently, in-state battles instead of along the border. But even being 7-3 overall, they broke into the top 25 this week at number 25. Basketball reporter Taylor Brooks was at Carver earlier Wednesday to get the latest on their next opponent.
When Iowa lost in heartbreaking fashion 6 days ago to in-state rival Iowa, lessons were learned, but the biggest thing was moving on. With a 9-day break between that game and their upcoming game on Saturday, it's back to the court with an in-state opponent, Drake, at the Big Four Classic in Des Moines, Iowa.
We pretty much took that as a learning experience, and as the veteran guys, we understand what's really about to come up. So, we really couldn't be down on ourselves about the loss. You just have to take it as a learning experience.
You have losses where it's a quick turnaround like we've had already this season, and losses like that where it's kind of a little bit of a wait. So kind of got to accept whatever the schedule throws at you and just be ready to compete the next time out.
I think it's a great day of college basketball in the state. I think it'll be a great day.
Man, we're playing Kale, my former teammate, my old teammate, and Mike and Woody's teammates too. So, it's going to be fun playing against them. They have a good guard. They got one big that's pretty good. They're a great team, so we're going to be prepared for them.
We watched some of the highlights of UMKC because obviously we played them earlier in the year, and we got a little bit of taste of what they're all about. And I know a couple of guys in their team and how good they are, and we'll be ready for them.
Tip-off is at 3:30 p.m. inside the Wells Fargo Arena with UNI and Iowa State following the Iowa game. Stick with Daily Iowan TV Sports as we will be in Des Moines on Saturday. Reporting outside Carver Hawkeye Arena, Taylor Brooks, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
As Taylor mentioned, Daily Iowan TV Sports will be there on Saturday, so check out dailyiowan.com for the recap of the game. As we continue surging through the winter sports that are happening all over Iowa City, we now head to the pool. After an extremely successful Cy-Hawk series for the women's swimming and diving team, 2 Iowa swimmers and 1 diver were noticed. Junior Emma Sogstad was named Big Ten Swimmer of the Week. Sophomore Morgan Rafferty tabbed Big Ten Diver of the Week, while freshman Abby Schneider claimed Big Ten Freshman of the Week. Iowa returns to the pool when they travel to St. Petersburg, Florida, January 3rd through the 10th for winter training camp. Then they return to campus to host the Big Ten Conference Duel on January 16th. That does it for myself on this Wednesday night, but check us out on Thursday for the last show of the fall semester, where it's all roses. We talk Iowa football and their journey coming up to the Pasadena, California Rose Bowl. Andrew and Katie, back to you.
That's all the time we have for you tonight here on Daily Iowan TV.
For more of the latest news, sports, and weather, you can find us on our website, dailyiowan.com. I'm Andrew Roberts.
And I'm Katie Sextro. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.